Oh, Lord. This game. Doing my 2025 predictions before going into the season for your Minnesota Vikings, I had them finishing the year with an 11-6 record. And obviously, that is not going to be the case. We have to adjust because there's just so much misfortune happening with this team. But even with an 11-6 record, I had them beating the Cleveland Browns. In fact, I had the Vikings starting 4-1 before going into the bye. But even this game that I considered a layup, I get it any given Sunday. It's the Browns. What do you want from me? This game scares the hell out of me right now. I can't lie. And I don't know. Oh my God. I promise I'm not drunk. I'm just on my second run of coffee. I wish I was drunk. But when you consider how the Steelers defense got some stops, quality stops against the Vikings last week, the Steelers being one of the worst defenses in the league, they go from that to now, and that was last week in a loss, but now they go from that to the best defense in all of football with an offensive line of, oh my God, I have to have this list here because I just couldn't believe it. The Vikings expected offensive line for Sunday, going from left tackle to right tackle in that order. Christian Darrisaw, great. Joe Huber, who? Blake Brandel. Oh, okay. Except he's playing center or expected to play center. Man. Will Fries at right guard. Okay, so two normal guys. 40% of your offensive line is healthy. Your right tackle being Justin School. That is crazy. This Vikings, they don't have an offensive line. They've got the Minnesota Globetrotters playing offensive line. That's great. But this defense, man, they're going to get stops. They're going to make things very difficult. And KOC, as much as you love doing the zippity doo-dah long developing plays against this defensive front, you're not going to be afforded that time to do that. So you have to almost exclusively operate a short, quick passing game. And with the line of scrimmage expected to be clogged up, I don't quite know how effective your run game is going to be, even with Jordan Mason, but it's just going to be a tough bout. And also, the Browns are going to be rolling out their rookie quarterback, one of their rookie quarterbacks anyway, Dylan Gabriel, for the first start of his career. So defensively for Brian Flores, it may be a bit challenging just because of the fact that there's no film on this guy. No one knows his tendencies yet. It's going to take him a couple of games, or really maybe the rest of this season, before opposing teams picks up on his tendencies. And who knows, maybe Dylan Gabriel ends up looking bad a couple of games and they want to throw in Shedeur Sanders at some point this season. Who knows? And speaking of which, ESPN, I beg of you, can you leave Shedeur Sanders alone? I mean, every chance you get, you go up to him, what do you think about this? And Dylan Gabriel getting the start. And he's going to say whatever it is that he's going to say. But then y'all be baiting this dude only for ESPN, Rex Ryan, Ryan Clark, and whoever else that, oh, well, Shedeur Sanders needs to get his act together. If he ever wants to be a factor in this league, he needs to suit up and act with more professionalism. It's like, leave him alone, man. Really? But you have no film on this guy, Dylan Gabriel, so it's a bend but don't break defense. But again, we keep talking about this. All the open spots that receivers can just camp out in with everybody backpedaling, no one really playing man. It's just one of those things you just don't know. And what we do know for the Vikings side is the offensive line is beat up. They're going to get pushed back constantly. And it's funny because on Purple Parlor this week, making my picks we do our sizzling seven picks, with the final pick being between Vikings versus opponent. So in this case, obviously, Vikings versus Browns. And I said it that this game worries me, and I'm going to pick the Cleveland Browns because although both teams have flaws, I just feel like as it stands at this very moment, right now, that perhaps the Vikings have more flaws than the Browns. And it's wild that the Vikings are considered to be, as of the time of this recording, are considered to be, or not considered to be, right now, they are 3.5 point favorites within over under of 36.5 points. Now that I think is a good spread right there. 36.5, I think is going to be a low scoring game. But Minnesota is favored by 3.5 points. Okay. Well, don't know what to expect in this one. I hope the Vikings win, but it just seems like a steep hill to climb and get over. But you know what? No matter what, man, this live stream watch party, whether they win or lose, it's going to be a good time because this is family, this is community, and I appreciate every single last one of you. This game scares the hell out of me. Hope they win and get to 3-2 before the bye. Going into the bye 2-3, that's tough. So, this video is brought to you by Sleeper. Daily fantasy users, if that's your jam, Sleeper is the spot that you want to be at. New customers on Sleeper get a 100% match on your first deposit up to $100. Just use the promo code RANDY. Check out Sleeper today. Terms and conditions do apply. And then the live stream, going back to that, because the game starts at 9:30 Eastern, 8:30 Central. The live stream will start 9:15 Eastern, 8:15 Central. We will see you then.